Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Able, South Carolina celebrates a momentous occasion, 30 years of service to South Carolinians with disabilities. It's a time to reflect on our journey, celebrate our achievements, and look forward to the future with a renewed purpose. We are grateful to Mayor Rickenmann for recognizing Able, South Carolina's contribution and presenting us with the key to the city. This honor is a testament to our dedication and a powerful symbol of inclusion and collaboration in our community. Following the landmark Americans with Disabilities Act in 1994, a group of dedicated individuals with disabilities envisioned a South Carolina where equity and inclusion wouldn't just be words, but a lived reality. They founded Able SC, a disability-led, consumer-controlled, and community-based organization that continues to champion that mission today. For 3 decades, Able SC has remained at the forefront of the disability rights movement in South Carolina. We've equipped countless individuals with the tools and resources to live fulfilling lives, educated the public about disability issues, and advocated for meaningful change in our communities. To celebrate our 30th anniversary, we're launching People, Not Patients, in partnership with Historic Columbia. The digital exhibit remembers those institutionalized at South Carolina State Hospital and highlights the need to treat all individuals with dignity and respect. We welcome the Caravan for Disability and Disability Justice and Freedom, reminding us that the fight for equality is far from over. Together, we can advocate for important legislation like S915, prioritizing community integration for people with disabilities while shedding light on past injustices such as institutionalization. Looking ahead, we're filled with hope and optimism. After 30 years, Able SC's mission of equipping, educating, and advocating for South Carolinians with disabilities remains as relevant as ever. We're excited to see what the next chapter holds as we continue to work towards a more inclusive and equitable South Carolina for all. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm the president and CEO here at Able, South Carolina. So it is such a thrill to be here with you all today to mark the 30th anniversary of our organization, Columbia's only disability-led organization, Able, South Carolina. During this time, we have elevated the disability voice and created true systems change by following our mission to equip people with disabilities with the tools to foster pride, educate the community, and advocate for access, equity, and inclusion on the individual, state, local, and national level. Thank you, Mayor Rickenmann, for recognition today and the honor to celebrate with us today. I want to recognize the individuals also who make our organization, which is our staff. We started off as a very small group of individuals, and now today we have over 64 staff members, which is pretty impressive. The honor today is not just to our organization, but it's to the dedicated people, our staff, our consumers, who truly represent us and the whole disability community. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the mayor.
Good afternoon, everyone. As she said, I'm the mayor of Columbia, South Carolina, which I think I have the greatest job in America. So I'm excited to be here to celebrate 30th anniversary. This is an organization, Able SC is an organization, we know you advocate, you protect, you advance, you make sure that legislation is taking, when you talk about diversity and inclusion, that means all people. That's just not the segment of people, and I think that's what's so important because this is a reflection of who Columbia, South Carolina is, in my opinion. A community that believes in diversity and inclusion, believes that everyone should not have any barriers in their way, and that's why it's so easy not just to give you a key to the city and thank you for all this hard work, but also proclaim today Able SC Day in Columbia, South Carolina. So with that, on behalf of my fellow council members, I wanted to present to you declaring today, March 4th, Able SC Day in Columbia, South Carolina, along with the key to the city, which gets you in the front door and the back door, just in case any one you like to use. But also just want to continue to thank y'all for your advocacy and your future plans. I'm very excited to what the future holds, and I think you're headed down the right path, and I hope we can partner with you to make that happen. So on behalf of City Council and the entire city, all 155,000 of us, thank you very much for what y'all do day in and day out.
Thank you.
Take your picture real quick, okay? Let's have you step forward so we don't get the projector on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Bird. All right, 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Those were great. Thank you.
Mr.
We'll get a
Chairman,
chair. We'll
let
get
the
to the
chairman
chair.
hold it.
So I want to introduce you all to something, but let me just say a few words. So it is amazing to think of us being here for 3 decades. Our team has worked tirelessly to create our footprint right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Thanks must also be given to the people who came before us. Today, the Caravan for Disability Justice and Freedom is here to highlight the history of disability rights movement with an outlook towards the future. Please make sure you go out and take a look at it, because it does have a few stories from our past. Now I want to share with you another project that pays tribute to our past. With the ongoing development of Bull Street District here in Columbia, our disability community was posed with a problem. The stories of individuals were not being told. While Bull Street today may be a vibrant place of commercial development and community, it was once a landmark of pain and suffering for people with disabilities in South Carolina. We cannot allow the stories of our community to go untold any longer. So today, together with Historic Columbia, we developed an online exhibit called a project called People, Not Patients, documenting the lives of those confined at the South Carolina State Hospital. Within this collaborative project, we seek to elevate the stories of who lived at Bull Street. Who were they? What were their dreams? What were their children? Who was their children or their family? What can we do to highlight these people and see that they were not patients, they were actually human beings? The stories found on our page, able-sc.org/history, covers residents of the original state hospital. Those stories have never been told before. This is just the beginning of many stories of the lives lived before, during, and after institutionalization. We invite you to visit the site, read our introduction, and consider how can we honor the people in the history of Bull Street. Their lives should not be forgotten, and we should not forget the progress that continues to be made to end institutions across the country. Able South Carolina, rooted in the historic purpose of our origin and mission, looks forward to this future. We say after 30 years of successful advocacy and steps to true inclusion, just imagine what the next 30 years will bring to us. We cannot wait to continue on the journey and continue to serve the 1 in 3 people with disabilities in South Carolina. Cheers to 30 years.